Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as the tackle made up near the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times. In the next case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Oh, pressure comes and the Dolphins block it. And they will wind up with a football here at the 22-yard line. Special teams putting a mark on this game early. Opening drive, block punt.
And for one team, it's a good mark, and for the other, not so good. And this is why special teams coaches are like designated hitters to me. They don't get very many opportunities. They need to maximize when it comes their way. And as we just said, one of them did.
Tua now on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 14. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. That 2 is going to change things up. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They started on the ground with Eckler, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Daniels now on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 27.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Tua going to give this to Wright, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Here's the veteran. That's Jeff Wilson. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Wilson will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And fights him off. Dances by him. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Here's Hill on the return. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Off a play action, Tagovailoa. That one complete down the field to Smith. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. From in Commanders territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade. Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down. They'll run Achane. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Achane once more. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he? But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Still 3rd down. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Twins 5. Check 25. Check 25.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Wright. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Wright taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Washington ready to try again on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3rd and 4. Daniels looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Tua now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wilson with a first down carry. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jamison Williams, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return an interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. And normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Looking to pass. Tua.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jamison Williams
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So out comes Washington. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They'll run out of the gun with Wright, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Second down and 3. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Daniels. He'll get this to Eckler. Runs through the contact. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Daniels now to throw on first down. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now is just...
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second down and 4. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. Third.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Not liking the look, they'll change the play. Off play action, here's White. Open man down the field, that's Ligon. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Here's a peek at their past draft class. And, Charles, sometimes you'll see teams that have really specific needs they want to fill. Some can just say, well, I'm going to take the next best guy available. Maybe we see a little bit of both here in this draft.
I think you're right about that, Brandon. Plenty of talent in their class this year, some of which will contribute early and some which will be called upon down the road. The GM makes the final call after all the input from the scouts and the coaches. Now it's up to the coaches to develop the guys that the GM picked.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come up. White off play action. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense had. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Play action. Here's White. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. White. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 70 yards. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Achane. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
White on 3rd and long.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15. The play fake, now White.
That one completes him again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Down the right sideline.
And so close, he gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
They'll try and run with Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jeff Wilson punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction.
Touchdown! Xavier Legette, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. Motion man is Schwartz.
Play clock down to 0. This is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
In motion left is Beckham. White looks to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The offense on third down tonight, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 9.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's White.
Got a man, that's Liggett.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now a 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
To throw, White.
That is caught.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that foot.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense set to take over.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.